I'm back and it's time to make some chia seed jam, some keto chia seed jam. I'm Christy Casciola with the Global Keto Connection, and we're gonna make this jam together. So here we go. It's super simple. All you need is a cup of berries. I would suggest raspberries, strawberries, or blueberries. I tried to do it once with the blackberries. It was very seedy from the blackberries, like hard seeds. It doesn't get soft like the chia seeds. So I've chosen to use those 3 berries instead. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna turn on your stovetop to medium heat, and you're gonna put in 1 cup of berries. Then you're going to add a tablespoon of stevia to coat the berries, and it starts to help to bring out some of the juices. I'm just going to sprinkle that all around the berries. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of lemon juice. You can either use it from fresh lemon, or if you have some juice in your fridge, use your lemon juice. So as that heats up, it's going to break down the berries. They're going to start to pop open. More juices are going to come out. We want to stir that up so it's all mixed. And you want to be stirring the entire time so that it starts to cook evenly and break down and all that. So the reason that we are making this today is because sometimes we just feel like having a PB&J sandwich. So while that is starting to do its thing, I'm going to show you real quick how I make the 90-second almond flour. Keto 90-second almond flour. So all we need is 3 tablespoons of almond flour. I use this husked ground almonds instead of the flour because it's really expensive in Switzerland, as I've said before. But 3 tablespoons of that, a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Make sure you preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit, 180 Celsius. We're going to put in a pinch of salt, an egg, and a tablespoon of mayo. Now I have put a 1/4 teaspoon of olive oil in my ramekin. That's what I use. You can use a coffee cup or you can use a ramekin, and I put about a 1/4 teaspoon so that I can just swirl it around and make sure that my bread doesn't stick. So after you have your ingredients for your almond flour bread, you're just gonna mix all that up until you have a nice little batter. You want to keep an eye on your berries. You don't want that to start burning or anything. Now, if you don't have a microwave like me, you are going to make your keto bread, keto almond flour bread, in the oven for 17 minutes. Just needs 17 minutes to bake. Which is perfect because you want your jam to cool anyway before you put it on your bread. So I'm just mixing this. You have a nice batter consistency. See that? And then I'm going to get a little scraper, and I will pour it into my ramekin. there's that. And you want to tap it a couple times, get the air bubbles out. It's really important. And you have a nice, see that? That looks good. Okay, I'm going to put it in. And it's going to be in there for 17 minutes. Okay, back to the berry jam. I want you to see this, how it's liquefying. I'm hoping you can see it. I know it's kind of dark, sorry. Let me use a different spoon so you can actually maybe really see it. Here, look at that. Look at that. See that? That's what you want. You want it to start juicing. So as you're stirring, press down with the back of the spoon. That's going to help break down those berries. And you're going to do this the same exact way whether you are using blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries, and they're all very good. I've even done this with cranberry. Not as low in carbs, but it is really good. And I don't have jam a lot, and when I do have it, it's probably only a tablespoon at a time. This is not something I'm eating every day, but this is going to be your most keto-friendly jam. And I have to tell you, I was looking up some of the jams, the sugar-free jams, the ones that say made with Splenda or made with stevia in the store. And I was looking at what the ingredients were, and there's just a bunch of crap in there. And I think the reason being is, of course, it has to be able to last. They have to throw in preservatives and all the other stuff, and maybe they want it to be the right color, so they might add like a red dye or something. And I mean, if you're looking through all of that stuff, you know, all those ingredients, I don't know that you want all that in your body. I don't. So what I do is anytime I want something, I make it. I make it and I know exactly what I'm putting in my body, and that is how you do clean keto. So, I want to show you, I'm sorry this is so dark, but I want to show you, I mean, look at that. It's looking delicious. Once the berries are all broken down, and I am almost there. Now, mind you, I don't put any kind of gelatin or anything in this. You don't have to. I guess I could if I want it to be more of a jelly consistency, but it kind of is that when I am done with it. And I'm going to be adding, as soon as this is all done, they're all broken down and it's all nice and smooth, because that's what you want. Nice, smooth. You know, you want it how you want it to put on your bread. How do you want your jelly to look? That's where you want it to get to. So it's almost there. And then when it's done, you take it off the burner, and then you add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. And those chia seeds soften and help to thicken your jam. And you know, my hubby, he is non-keto. He's not a fan, but I gotta tell you, he loves the jam. Absolutely loves it. And he's one of those midnight snacker who wants a PB&J at night, and he actually has said he would rather have the jam I make than the ones that we get in the store, because it's not too sweet. It's really nice. And you know, if you taste it, when you are finished with it, you know, taste it while it's still warm, while you can still give it good stirs. If you want it sweeter, you want to add a little bit more stevia. You know, make it to your liking, to your palate. But for this recipe, it's 1 cup of berries, a tablespoon of lemon juice, a tablespoon of stevia, and 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Okay, so it's done. Taking it off the stove, and I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons of chia seeds now. So I have this little scooper, and it is the same as a tablespoon. So I've got 1, 2. Just dump it right down in there and stir it. I'm just going to stir it for a little bit. I wish I had a better view or better lighting. Sorry that I don't. I'm trying to show you as best I can. It is starting to really look like a berry jam. The seeds are not hard, they get soft, and they just make it a really nice jam texture. And I'm not going to be making or eating my PB&J right away, so I do want this jam to cool down a bit. And here's what I do. There's no preservatives in it, right? So it's not going to last more than a couple of days. Oh my God, look at that. Can you even see it? I don't even think you can see it. The lighting is so bad. I need to bring you over here so you can see this. It's really good. Let's see. I got to point it right. You see that? You see that? Look at that. It's gorgeous. Okay. All right, let's get you back. Let's get us back to where we were. Lord, I'm killing everything. Okay, I use these little jars. These are perfect. I get a couple jars out of my 1 cup, which I'll show you because I'm going to spoon it in there so you can see. And so because it doesn't last very long, I'm going to say 3 to 5 days tops. I will put some of it in a jar, put the lid on it, and I will stick it in the freezer. And that way, if we don't use up the jam, because like I said, we don't eat this every day, but if we don't use up the jam, then we can just toss out whatever extra we have. Well, it looks like this one only made 1. But anyway, I'll just put it in 1 today. But that was perfect, I guess. Maybe with some of the other berries, it gives me more than the little jar. But what I'll do is if I have more than 1 jar's amount, and then I'll put it in little, you know, the other little jars, and I'll stick them in the freezer. So when this one, if this one goes bad, then I can just clean out the jar and get out the next one from the freezer, and now I have like a fresh thing of berries. So you can make 2 or 3 cups at a time, fill a few jars, put them in the freezer, and just have 1 out at a time, and that way you have your jam. So a couple extra minutes, you know, a couple extra minutes of making it turns into an easy supply of jam, and so cost effective. This way of life does not have to be expensive. Find ways to make it cost effective, to make it super clean, and to just stay on track. Thank you very much. Until our next video, have a great day.